We started and ended our Tasmania journey in Devonport. From Devonport, we went from west to east, seeing as much of the island as possible on a 2-week road trip. It is one of the easiest states to explore by car. This itinerary for Tasmania is the perfect amount of time to get a taste of all this state has to offer. To get to Tassie, you have two options, by ship or by flight. Regarding the price, both options are quite similar, but the big difference is in the duration of the trip. By flight, it takes 2 hours from Sydney and 1 hour from Melbourne. By ship, it takes 9 hours from Geelong. The good thing about the ship is that if you have your own car, you could go with it on the ship for a very reasonable price. And if you have your camping gear, then you can further save a good amount of money on accommodation. We opted for the ship and took our 4x4 all set with the camping essentials. It took us almost 9 hours to reach Geelong from Sydney. We had a booking in a motel to spend the night. After checking in at the motel, we headed out to explore the area and also find a place to eat. When we are traveling during Christmas break, finding a dining place becomes challenging as most of the places are closed on public holidays. This is why we straight away look for Indian restaurants near me on Google Maps. It saves time because you will find that most Indian restaurants are open during Christmas. As this motel was very close to the terminal from where the ship departs, we reached quite early and were surprised to see that there were a lot of people already in the queue. I have made a separate video on our experience and important things to know about Spirit of Tasmania sailing. Check that out if you need. You can see the link above or in the description. We arrived at Devonport late in the evening, and 8 km southeast of Devonport is this beautiful small town called Latrobe.
Your destination is on the left.
Surrounded by lush greenery and old trees is this popular motel. Lucinda Bed and Breakfast is a gorgeous old Victorian-era house with a fabulous ceiling, spotless room and lovely en-suite. Although we thought it was a great start until
someone is not happy.
She found it cringy and spooky. It was already very late in the evening, so we quickly grabbed dinner and went to explore the town. Bellspraid is the perfect location to spend the evening. It is situated on the Latrobe inlet of the Mersey River. It is also a popular spot for wedding ceremonies and photo opportunities. It was a beautiful morning for heading to Cradle Mountain and setting up a camp. But before that, time for some express grocery run. And of course, some stiff drinks and fuel for the car. On the way, very soon you will start to see the beautiful mountain ranges.
Take the next right, then your destination will be on the left.
We booked a campsite in the Discovery Parks. Let's have a quick look at the camp facilities. The facilities are big and double in number. Washroom, kitchen, fireplace, laundry, barbecue area, everything is there in a modern and a classic look. The best part is that there is a grocery shop in the reception office building that can cover all your basic and some premium needs like ice cream. Cradle Mountain can be enjoyed in several different ways as listed on the screen. We opted for the first and the last. The trekking journey to the national park starts with the Cradle Mountain Visitor Center. It is a very important place to gather necessary information regarding the several kinds of walks. Private vehicles are not allowed in the national park, so you will need to park your vehicle here and get your backpack ready with things like water, snacks, a poncho or umbrella, sunglasses, etc. Don't forget to use sun protection as the UV index is higher in Tasmania. If you forgot to bring anything, then the shop in the visitor center can be a good place to find whatever you need. There are shuttle buses that operate at frequent intervals and will get you to the national park. The bus ticket is included in the park pass, which you will have to show to the bus driver. Cradle Mountain is the scene of some of the state's best day walks. We started with the popular Dove Lake Circuit. This is one of Tasmania's premier nature walks. The trail circles Dove Lake and offers both intimate and epic views of the famous mountain. This 3-hour circuit is a boardwalk for much of the way and is suitable for most, which makes it a family-friendly adventure. This walk did not make us tired. In fact, we were excited for more. The next day, we continued our trekking adventure in Cradle Mountain and did some more short walks. The weather can take a turn real quick here. You can see how the sky is clear, and in just a few minutes it got windy and started to drizzle. So if you are going trekking, you should be fully prepared and make sure to get constant weather updates. Although physically demanding, but the views that we got from these walks were truly rewarding. The next day morning, the first activity was the helicopter ride over Cradle Mountain. I have made a separate video on the ride, which is linked above and in the description. The video has also been appreciated by the staff of Cradle Mountain Helicopters, and you may find it playing in their office. Here is the highlight from the video. I reckon it was the best way to say goodbye to this magnificent location. The next destination was Strahan. After a quick grocery run, we checked in at the Strahan Backpackers. Let's have a look at the accommodation. One of the most popular tourist activities in Strahan is the Gordon River Cruise. The award-winning Gordon River Cruise departs from Strahan and takes guests into the Tasmanian Wilderness World Heritage Area.
Perfect.
Seating is allocated to each guest. You can select from 3 seating levels on the main deck or premier upper deck. All are spacious and comfortable and include a delicious meal that showcases Tasmanian produce.
Do you like your food?
Here in Basin.
Is it yummy?
So if you think about the wilderness
What's the best
area of
thing?
Tasmania, what you're looking at today, there's no other
what
place
is
like
that?
that in the world. And it is.
You can also buy drinks and snacks on the cruise and enjoy the beauty. The 6-hour cruise is relaxing and at the same time engaging, as you will get to know the interesting history of the area. The cruise also stops at 𝐸𝐴𝐴 Island. Here you will not only explore the ruins of the penal colony, but also the guide will tell you the intriguing story of the convicts. On a perfect sunny day, the water will be clear and blue. Once entering the Gordon River, the hybrid boat switches to electric motors and then it becomes a peaceful ride. It will take you to the breathtaking scenery and calm of the pristine wilderness. Another stopping point is the ancient rainforest. While walking through the elevated boardwalk, you will see hewn pine trees, some of which are more than 2,000 years old. It takes around 2.5 hours from Strahan to reach Mountfield National Park. We were all set for camping at the Mountfield campground. This is the most popular campground in this area as it is the closest to the popular tourist attractions and also offers a range of facilities for a cheap price. But it works on a first come first serve basis and we were early enough to get a campsite. Let's have a look at the facilities. The campground is just a walk away from the visitor center, which also has a shop and a cafe. The visitor center is the gateway to the popular trails. There are many noteworthy hikes that one can do in Tasmania, but one that truly stands out from the rest is the Three Falls circuit located in Mountfield National Park. You will see 3 extraordinary waterfalls in this circuit, one being Tassie's most famous, and that is Russell Falls. Walk to Russell Falls from the visitor center is short and easy. However, be mindful that if continuing on the circuit, there are a lot of stairs after the waterfall. After the visit to Russell, you continue the trek up towards Horseshoe Falls. The track then continues through what is called the Tall Trees Walk. This is a section of eucalyptus forest, home to some of the world's tallest flowering trees. The last stop on this circuit is Lady Barron Falls. Stay tuned for part 2 of this journey.